This is Charlie Parsons for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. We're back. I'm sure the viewers have been loving Oscar Bevis's content over the last week or so and think, why do we have to listen to this annoying bastard again? Well, I'm sorry, I'm here. Samuel Jones is a man in a very
Sam,
good position at the minute. How are you, sir?
not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, couldn't. Everything's going good. Everything's going good. I know we had we've had a little bit of the delay with the Catchell Prograis fight, but we've got everything's good.
Shall we go with a cheeky bit of breaking news?
What's the breaking news?
Mate, come on. You're back with Johnny Fisher.
Oh, that breaking news. Okay. I thought you had some inside scoops for me then, Parsons. Yeah, back. I wouldn't say really back, but like, listen, I speak to Johnny every day, and that didn't change really, as even when I wasn't like officially working with Johnny. So yeah, look, we're back together in the sense of officially on the management side, and yeah, some great nights ahead for Johnny. When I signed Johnny, those years back, I think it was maybe 4 years ago, over 4.5 years ago. I had this. I mean, listen, Eddie will tell you it's a fact. I said, Eddie, you need to sign this kid like he's got bullish power. He's going to sell thousands of tickets. And Eddie said straight away, and he'll tell you this. He went, if he sells 500 tickets, it will be unbelievable. And I just went, Eddie, trust me. And then Eddie thought I was just waffling, which I can forgive him for. And then you've seen what he's turned out to be at this moment in time. But look, it's like it's progression. Each fight's a progression for Johnny. And no one knows the level Johnny's going to get to yet. But we've all got, and I've always had, a very high hopes for him. And I'm looking forward to for him to test his skills out against a very tough, durable Rudenko.
When is that? Just because I'm hearing a couple of things.
Okay. Okay.
Well, when is it?
September the 28th.
On the... Okay, fine. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I will explain that one to you afterwards, I'm sure. Samuel, what is the plan moving forward? We heard that. We know that he went and did with his old
You
man.
do know it's just Sam on the birth certificate, Peter.
Okay, well, don't be triggered, mate. He did a Bosch tour with his old man in Australia. I know that Eddie likes the Australian return. We know that it could be with Liam Power or whatever. Is that still the plan for the end of the year?
Yeah. Listen, I know it sounds like very boring, but it's one fight at a time. You've got to concentrate on Rudenko, do the job there. But yes, the plan is to fight in Australia this year, as Johnny will sell thousands of tickets there.
Johnny is a legend in himself and everything he's doing at the minute. I see interviews at the minute, right, where I'm seeing his name linked to Dillian White and Dereck Chisora and stuff like that. Is that just talk, or is it because it almost feels a little too soon, right?
No, look, Johnny gets baited into saying names, right? Because it's obviously your job. It's yours, lot's jobs behind the camera to say this. What do you think to this fight? And then the clip is Johnny wants to fight Dillian White, Dereck Chisora. If an opportunity presented itself to fight Dereck Chisora, who is a British boxing legend, next fight after next, or whenever, then Johnny will jump at the chance. He will jump at the chance. Same goes for Dillian White. He will jump at the chance. It will sell out the O2 Arena against Dereck Chisora. It will sell out the O2 Arena against Dillian White.
From a management building perspective, though, would you not rather sort of bide your time with it? Although then again, I suppose you look at Dereck Chisora and the point he's in his career. And
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
You're about to say exactly what I'm about to say. Dereck Chisora is not going to be around for too much longer. He's on his kind of farewell tour, isn't he? At the moment, Dereck Chisora. He's stipulated he's got, is it 2 more fights left or 3 more fights left?
Yeah.
If Johnny can be one of those fights, then amazing. But if not, Dereck Chisora's ducking nobody, absolutely nobody. He's a legend, so he can do whatever the hell he wants to do, and we all wish him well.
Do you think as boxing fans that's like a genuinely realistic proposition?
Dereck likes money.
Right.
Dereck likes money. So if the offer's correct, then I'm sure he would. Dereck Chisora, you only got to look at his record. He ducks nobody. So if that's the fight that makes him the most coin, then I'm sure he would entertain it. Same goes for Dillian White.
How's Jack Catterall getting on, mate?
Very good, very, very good. Straight back into it now. I think we're 9 weeks on Saturday, and he's well ahead of schedule.
Is the postponement almost, I suppose, a little bit of a blessing in disguise? It was quite a quick turnaround anyway. Look, you never want to postpone a fight, right?
No,
But
that's what I mean. You never want to turn the fight. But yeah, realistically, look, Jack came out of the Taylor fight, and a few weeks later, the Prograis fight was announced. So maybe, who knows? But like, I just think that it doesn't really do anybody good, because when you plan camps and you start putting your body through it, you start gently bringing your weight. It's not good for anybody. So yeah, let's hope that doesn't ever happen again. It's the first time Jack in his whole 30+ fight career has ever had to pull out of a fight. So it's annoying, but we are where we are.
you in Dublin next week, mate?
I am, yes.
Sami Hammed.
Sami Hammed, yes.
Very exciting.
Yes, first time Sammy's going to step foot in a ring, in a competitive fight, amateur, pro, misfits. It's the first time Sammy's going to step foot in a ring, so it's very, very exciting. And we expect Sammy to do a right good job. The guy he's fighting is a lot heavier than him naturally, so it's gonna be interesting.
What can we expect, and what is the journey? I suppose it's a bit of a different one for you, right? But I know that
One fight at a time, Parsons, with Sammy.
But is it always misfits? Is it? I mean, like, how do you envision the next sort of 24 months as such?
Honestly, I can say this. Sammy might box, right? Sammy's got natural ability, shall we say, right, to fight, yeah. Which he's sparred. He knows what he's doing, right? But Sammy might box, I don't know, 2-3 times and think, I'm never gonna box again, or I love this. I want to turn. Sammy could have boxed, turned professional straight away. He got offered contracts by numerous promoters for big money to turn pro. But Sammy's thought, you know what? I'm gonna test myself in misfits first. But like people that say, oh, misfits with Sammy, but the opponent that Sammy would have boxed on his professional debut, it's like, do you know? I mean, do you know what I mean? You've got to pat Sammy on the back and say fair play.
There's something quite nice in the fact that, like you say, Sammy's never been in a competitive ring, regardless of who his old man is.
Correct.
It's probably an understanding there, right, within the team as to, like, it's a bit of a work in progress.
Absolutely. Like what I said, Parsons, this is me being very genuine. Sammy might get in the ring, win or fight, and then just think, you know what, I don't really like doing that. I want to be an actor. Do you know what I mean? So Sammy's doing his thing. But with him going the misfits route, there are some massive fights for Sammy, because Sammy will go up the weights. He'll go down the weights. He'll go
this fight at
154, I think, or 153. 153.
So I suppose a little unrealistic if like a KSI or something ever presented.
No,
but then you would
not if you're Sammy,
right? Yeah.
Sammy, if you speak to him yourself, will tell you, if an opportunity presents itself to fight any of those guys, he's in. Nate Diaz,
basically. Then,
yeah, well, like what I say, there's no real plan for Sammy right now. The plan is fight next week, enjoy it, because there'll be loads of people there.
You almost, sorry, not to interrupt, but like, I suppose we look at like Anderson Silva's son and stuff like that, right? And if you go in and you take a loss in there and then almost don't play your cards right, though, you lose an element of the excitement with it. I suppose you know that as well, right?
Yeah, for sure. But like, this is the thing. Sammy's going, like, people can say what they want about misfits, but you're getting thrown in it. Do you know what I mean? Like he's going to be high up the card. It's going to be a packed arena, and people are going to be wondering what Sammy's going to do because of who he is and where the stock he's from. There's a lot of pressure on him. But with Sammy's very, very like, I can't wait to fight. Do you know what I mean? Like, Sammy loves fighting, so I'm really looking forward to it. But there's no. I'm not putting pressure on Sammy to say, oh yeah, we need to fight this guy, then that guy. It's, let's get the job done next week, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, have some fun, and then we would, if a opportunity to have a massive fight next to present itself, we're in.
I'm going to try and get myself off the booze, but are we going to have a couple of Guinnesses next week?
I might have one Guinness with you, Parson. I've not had a drink for so long, but I might have a little Guinness with you.
I feel like Dublin's a place that is very hard not to indulge.
Do you know, Parsons? I've been to Belfast 6, 7 times. Never been to Dublin once in my life.
Never been to Dublin.
Never.
Tell you what, I'm sorry to my Belfast listeners, but Dublin clear.
Okay.
You'll have an absolute blast. It's a great gaff.
Well, are you there next week?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Definitely, mate. We'll have a bit of fun. I'm there
I'm
from
not
the
going to be having a
Tuesday.
virtual Guinness with you, am I?
I don't really know with you, Parsons. You're on the private jet to Singapore, all these places. Like you've changed a little bit, but
Oh,
we won't go
for
into that
economy, I'll
today.
have you know.
But I disagree. But
I definitely did fly economy.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'll see you next week on the Tuesday.
We've just seen the announcement of the Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol undercard. It features a first ever female competitive professional boxing fight on a Saudi undercard, which is quite good because it's something that I suppose people have been asking for and is
Yeah, there's been a lot of pressure been put on it,
yeah.
hasn't it?
But
And
he,
listen,
you know, look, we're lucky in the position that we're in, but he almost seems like he's willing to sort of cooperate with however fans seem, and this is obviously the first of many.
yeah, listen, Saudi itself has a lot of critics, but it shows, doesn't it? Like it's everything's getting like more. I don't know what the correct word is, but it's a good sign, isn't it? It's a good sign for them. That there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on that fight because there's a big responsibility for Sky and Raven. It's got to be a good fight, especially because it's the first ever female fight to take place there. So it's fantastic, really is good. And I sort of seen a few complaints about the undercard. The undercard is unbelievable. Look at the lineup. When would you ever see a
All of those
card?
names on a card.
Yeah, with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. There's a few names on there where you're kind of looking at the card thinking he is winning that, he is winning that. But then you're looking at Fraser Clark, Fabio Warley on an undercard. After what we saw there, the first fight, that's a bona fide main event.
Absolutely.
Shakur Stevenson against Joe Cordina. Yes, Shakur is the big favorite, but it's again
Still a
bona
big
fide main event.
event. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bona fide main events. So you've got to kind of look at it and think, come on, don't complain at this.
Frank Warren had a bit of a pop at Chris Eubank Jr. And you know what? I feel like
I agree. No,
yeah.
I agree with that. Eubank's not some prospect. Like you understand, like the Ben Whittaker Liam Cameron fight. Yeah, I prefer the Louis Edmondson fight. I'm not gonna lie.
Still a
But
bit
how can
disappointing.
you begrudge? How can you begrudge Liam Cameron? Look at the
No,
story
you
he's
can't.
had.
Fantastic.
You just think to yourself, Lee Eaton, what a guy. Liam Cameron, fill your boots, go and collect your checks, son, and go and give it your all. But like we have to be honest, we prefer the Louis Edmondson fight because there's a bit of natural spike there. But you look at the card from top to bottom, and you think, sorry, phone call coming in. You just think, what a card this is. I mean, I've got no complaints with that. I will tune in. The main event's worth the money alone. Do you know what I mean? The main event's worth the money alone. The contrasting styles. Have been waiting for so long to watch the fight. It's a boxer against an absolute huge machine of a man in Beterbiev. Have the injuries? Will the injuries and the age finally take its toll on Beterbiev? Will Bivol be able to keep him off him? It's a great fight, great card, and what His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh is doing, Spencer Brown, the promoters all working together, Frank, Eddie, Ben Shalom, they're all working, Wasserman. It's fantastic for boxing, and we must enjoy it while it's here.
From my conversation with him that I had the other day, I asked him about sort of, you got the UK promoters to cooperate very quickly. It feels like there's still that stubbornness within the US. We saw a tweet that he put up yesterday siding with Eddie Hearn with regards to Bob Arum and Top Rank. We've not seen loads of cooperation with PBC, bar the Riyadh season card in LA, which had a few fighters from everywhere. What are your sort of, I suppose, thoughts really?
I don't know. Americans are different to
Yeah, they are,
Brits.
innit? It's a bit of
They're different to Brits. Like they don't. It's like when Eddie's sarcastic. They don't really understand his sarcasm still to this day.
And they get the hump.
Oscar De La Hoya's like constantly shitting on Eddie's cards and Eddie's the show. He is. It's like, guys, this is the best opportunity boxing's ever seen, right?
Mm.
There's a guy that's willing to facilitate the best fights in world boxing. If people can't see that as a good thing and a positive thing to finally put their egos to one side,
Yeah.
they're more fool them. They're
And
going to miss
also,
that.
let's be real, we can talk about putting egos to one side and something, but like, also, the money's bloody good for a lot of these guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And look, no matter what anybody says, that is what's bringing people together. The fact that it's financially changing people's lives. It's financially changing fighters' lives. And Eddie and Frank Warren, to their credit, and Ben Shalom, right? They're looking at it and thinking, this is great for my fighters. I must cooperate. And that's what they're all doing. So credit to all of the promoters at the moment, especially in the UK. And Keller and Nissa, don't want to miss them out. Everybody's kind of pulling together, even reluctantly, even if they walk out the room and think, nah, bit of a dick. But they're making their business, they're doing the business for their fighters, and that is all that matters.
Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois, a huge
Brilliant
event.
fight.
We're not too long away now. I want just under a month actually, which is
Yeah.
quite exciting. I think AJ's fourth time headlining at Wembley. I suppose firstly, we do say it a lot, but I don't know how much praise AJ gets because British boxing is arguably in the position it is now, based off AJ and what he's done over the last couple
That's
of
a
years.
fact.
Yeah, and this Dubois fight, another exciting opportunity for a multi sort of city Riyadh season event. How does the Dubois fight go down?
Who wins the fight?
Hmm.
I believe AJ will win the fight. I believe he's the favourite,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna dismiss Daniel Dubois how I did in the Hrgovic fight because Daniel Dubois has got a confidence about him that I've not seen him have or display before. Like, listen, it's well known like the quitting allegations, but if you've seen some of the shots that Hrgovic hit him with, there wasn't any quitting Daniel Dubois that night. Jamel Miller, there was a time in the fight where you think, is Daniel Dubois gonna want a way out the fight? And he's proven people wrong. So you've got to give a man like that his props. You've got to give Don Charles and his training team a lot of props to get his mind right. I've always said with Daniel Dubois, it's not his chin, it's not his lack of boxing ability. It's always between the ears with Daniel. So you're going to have a very confident Daniel Dubois going that fight. And when you're confident and you can punch like Daniel Dubois, because he can punch like a fucking horse. So when you've got a confident Daniel Dubois, anything can happen. I favour AJ because I believe he's the more experienced fighter, and I believe he's the better fighter, like from top to bottom. But if Daniel Dubois hits Anthony Joshua and anywhere on the base of his head, AJ could be in serious trouble.
Let me
But
pick up
again,
on what you were saying about sort of the job with Daniel Dubois because I've done some funny interviews with you over the years where I remember you saying Frank Warren should be knighted and Daniel Dubois should be going around
I've
his head.
told you this before.
Let me finish. I said to Frank the other day, and I agree with you on this one, because I said to him, I said, why have you kept your faith in him? Because what he's seen in Daniel, I don't think we all saw in Daniel, right? And he's landed
Yeah.
opportunity after opportunity, and now it's obviously really paying off. The Philip Hrgovic win was tremendous. The Jarrell Miller win was tremendous. You look at the Usyk fight; he was pretty good in that one as well. But I was almost, we haven't seen what Frank's seen there, right?
It is. Frank has been playing like roulette with Daniel Dubois, and it's like it's got to land on the right colour one time. It's got to happen one time, and it has. It's happened. And Daniel Dubois, people are forgetting, he's the defending champion in this fight. And to be honest with you, he should have got that belt against Hrgovic, the vacant belt against Hrgovic, because I believe he deserved his moment in that fight. It's kind of diluted it a little bit, but listen, Frank Warren, I've said it before and I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. It's definitely top 3 best jobs anyone's ever done with a fighter with Daniel Dubois. He got him against that guy in Florida in that sports hall for the regular belt.
Who was that against again? Trevor Bryant or something?
Trevor Bryant, terrible fighter. Got him that. Beat Bogdan Dinu.
Sorry, my mum was ringing me.
Fair enough.
Back in, I'll put you on disturb.
Yeah, beat Bogdan Dinu, and then he was just straight back into the mix. So look, Frank Warren, there's got to be a picture on in Daniel Dubois' like living room of Frank Warren. There's got to be, because he has stuck by Daniel Dubois through thick and thin.
Do we see AJ Fury next year?
I don't know. Honestly, I would love to say yes. I would love to say yes. You would say because of Turki Al Sheikh and him being now probably he is the most influential man in boxing. You would imagine the fight has a very high chance of happening, but I'm not going to say it's definitely going to happen because we've been here before, haven't we? We've been here so many times before. Like if Usyk wins, will Tyson carry on? If Tyson manages to beat Usyk, you've got the biggest fight ever. Like it's one of the biggest fights ever. But I don't want to even think about it because like I'm just a fan, like you. We're all fans in this situation. I just want to see the fight happen. So yeah.
Sam, thank you very much for your time. I believe you're going to go and cheat on me and do about 6 other interviews as well. So,
Okay, no, not 6, probably 2.
okay, fine. So I'll get this one up speedily. Final message for the viewers. This Friday, we got bank holiday weekend round the corner, so I'm sure the boozers will be packed.
Yeah, enjoy your weekend. Be productive. And gear yourself up for a fantastic Monday.
See you for a cheeky Guinness next week, my friend.
Take care, sir. We'll see you on Tuesday evening.
I'm there Thursday,
Bosh.
so see you Thursday.
Oh, you're there Thursday, are you? Okay, no problem. I'll wait for your private jet. See you in a bit.
Oh, you wanker. See you later, Sam.